So sugaring in Hopkins Forest, we were started by really William students. Colonel Hopkins, who owned the land around the turn of the last century, so around 1900, he actually maintained this sugar bush over here you might be able to catch, where the sugar house is. He never used it, as far as we know.
So this is 67% sugar, and that's 59% sugar. So in between there, yeah. I think you really want it finished at 67% when Drew finishes it down the sugar house. There's two red lines. So when it's syrup, it's floating in between those two lines.
When the college took Hopkins Forest back over about 1971, of course there was some interest from the students in sugaring, and legend has, and this may be true, that they used an old chicken coop as their first sugar house, and you can imagine some of the sanitary implications there. So in 1984, if you have a chance to see our active sugar house that we still use today, that was built by students essentially.
So every Monday I go out in the forest here, sometimes I chop wood, collect syrup. We tap trees earlier in the year, and it's really just a great time. We make a good product over here, and yeah, it's just really a lot of fun to be involved in the process.
Since I've been here, which is about 12 or 13 years, every year we tap about 125 trees, do it the old-fashioned way, brace and bit, old metal buckets, and when you have the student labor, that seems to be an efficient way, and you don't have to worry about maintaining your line.
Warm days, 40-50 degrees during the day, and then it needs to get down to freezing. So it expands and contracts the gases trapped in the seeds, in the tree, which pushes the syrup up, or the sap up through the
So you want temperatures that fluctuate?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's interesting. Okay.
Cold and warm.
Nice job.
Good job, Will.
Go ahead. Well, I run with Foxy, and now I run the wholesale.
In terms of Maple Fest, I'm not sure what was done before I arrived. I don't know that they ever did a Maple Fest, but our first one I think was 2000, and grew from an idea from a student in the outing club, and I liked it, so we started it, and what you see today is more or less very similar to what we did in 2000. The idea is just to get people out here to have fun, and as sort of basic as it is, I think, I always see people smiling and getting out off campus and up here, and it can still be a gloomy time of year, so I think it's some way to sort of an antidote to cabin fever in a sense to get up here.
Well, we're collecting sap from the maple trees, like in those buckets, and we're pouring all of it into this bucket here, and then we're gonna pour it into like a filter, and it's gonna filter out most of the dirty stuff, and then it's gonna go into this big sort of like bin.
boil.
The evaporator?
And it's the evaporator, and it's gonna go into the little shack over there, and they're
heat
gonna
up.
heat it and sort of make it into maple syrup. Yeah.